miss this. I was not going to miss this, I tell you. First of all, congratulations to John and Rinky. Andy and Jamie, I know this is not the result you wanted. Andy, I know you've still got more matches to play in this tournament and maybe beyond, but while we have you here on centre court, we want to celebrate with you all your celebrations, everything that you've achieved, and also pay tribute to all your achievements. But I've just got to say, looking at these lads here, and Jamie and Andy, seeing you out on this court was so special to see you out there together in your final Wimbledon, Andy. And an amazing 10 Grand Slam titles between these two brothers. All I can say is to Mum Judy and Dad Will, congratulations, you have produced two outstanding champions. Well done. Come on, Andy, come out you go. Andy, out you come on, you've got to come and speak now. First of all, before we look back, I mean, as I said, it was just so lovely to see you playing with your brother here in your final championships. How special was it for you to share centre court with him today?
Yeah, it was obviously really special. We never got the chance to do it before, and just the way things worked out. There was a chance this year. Jamie's usual partner was playing with Neil Skupski, so he asked me, and yeah, it was a bit of a race against time to try and get out here, and physically wasn't easy today, but I'm glad we're able to get out here and do this one time together.
Absolutely. We're going to talk some more, Andy, plenty more, but first of all we're going to look back. It is time to reminisce.
It is a journey that few get to make. From young dreams...
Doesn't really bother me what I do, just as long as I'm playing.
...to centre stage.
I'm Andy, how are you? I felt a little bit of pressure. I think I dealt with it.
An English kid won the US Open Junior.
To centre court.
Camera speed, we're good to go.
Rolling.
We know that journey, and we know what it's like to live those dreams.
When you hear the sound of the crowd, that noise, it feeds you.
We know that need to play this game, that will to win that you have.
On the court, it is you against an opponent.
Sometimes it looked like you against the world.
But you were never alone.
And the crowd adored this man.
Because while you carried your own dreams, you also carried theirs.
They shared that long wait, and the hope, and the pain when it felt so close.
It's the 4th Grand Slam final. He hasn't won.
Right, I'm going to try this, and it's not going to be easy.
But it made the joy even greater when it came.
And you simply cannot give more.
Those victories were earned by you.
The waiting is over. Andy Murray is the Wimbledon champion.
But those golden days belong to everyone.
I never take it for granted. I know how hard they are to win.
We're measured by the titles and trophies.
But what matters more is, are you proud of how you played the game?
Triumph on centre court.
Did you fight for yourself?
Andy Murray orchestrates the crowd.
And did you fight for others?
Sam is the first US player to
Male player.
Beg your pardon?
Male player.
Success brings the spotlight, awards, attention.
But for you, it was always about the tennis.
Always drawn to that beautiful torment.
Resilience. This is the boy digging deep.
Yet always knowing that there was life outside of the lines.
And us, we have been against you.
And with you.
And we know how it feels right now.
But in the end, we all shake hands with the opponent you cannot beat.
The pain is too much, really. I can't keep doing this.
And it's Murray's time in the sunshine of centre court once again.
We were proud to play against you.
And with you.
All of us.
Always.
With you.
I can't stop them, Andy. They love you. What an amazing, thrilling journey you have given us over the years. It really has been quite special. Are you ready for the next few minutes? Because I'm not sure I am. It's going to get even
not
more.
really. No, I'll try and keep it quick too. My kids are up there and it's like way past their bedtime, so I won't keep you long.
But I want to take you through some of the key moments that we saw there in the video. Starting with 2012, I know you probably won't want to start with 2012 when you lost to Roger here on centre court, but the speech you made when I was out here when you got very emotional, I remember thinking, do you really want to speak? And I remember you said, I really want to say something. So now looking back at that, talking through the tears, how special was it to speak to the crowd that day?
Yeah, look, it's always really difficult to speak after a loss, you know, particularly a Grand Slam final and being at Wimbledon, and that's the closest I'd been. And yeah, it was obviously difficult, but yeah, it was quite an important moment in my career. I think everyone sort of, maybe, I'm not saying I'm the most outgoing or bubbly personality, but I think people probably saw how much, I cared about the sport and, for the first time maybe. And yeah, obviously it was an important match, important moment in my career, yeah.
But 3 weeks later, you came back on this court, a different looking court in London 2012, same opponent, Roger Federer, straight sets. How big a breakthrough was that to win that Olympic gold?
Yeah, I mean, definitely it was, well, to that point was the biggest week of my life. To turn that around after obviously losing in the final of Wimbledon and then to come here and play, it was one of my favorite days I've ever had, certainly as an athlete, to play in a home Olympic Games at Wimbledon and yeah, to beat Roger for once in a big match was nice. And then yeah, had great run in the mixed doubles with Laura Robson as well, and yeah, it was an amazing week for me.
And then you went on from there to win the US Open. And in the lead up to 2013 Wimbledon, I was privileged to host a documentary working with you and flew over to Miami to watch you play and train over there in one of your weeks that you did. And I've got to say, I was astonished. I mean, I knew you worked hard on the court, but you put so much more work in off the court, the hours in the gym, making your body different, making your body stronger, because you knew you had to compete with the likes of Roger, who's here, Novak and Rafa. Novak's here as well, and Rafa as well. I mean, these three, you've all pushed yourselves to better each other.
Well, yeah, they were all right, weren't they? Yeah, they weren't the easiest guys to get past. But yeah, look, I was obviously incredibly fortunate to play in this time, and I think all tennis fans have been lucky to witness what they've obviously gone on to achieve. It's been yeah, it's been incredible to watch what they've done. It's been incredible to be a part of some of the matches and major championships with them over the years, and yeah, I was fortunate to manage to get through them, you know, a couple of times in big moments. But yeah, what a time to be on the tour. Yeah,
we've loved watching it as well. But 2013, you came in here with so much pressure, so much expectation. Everyone wanting the first British man for 77 years to lift this trophy. How did you deal with all of that? Now you look back on it.
I mean, I did find it pretty stressful, to be honest with you. It wasn't easy, but you know, obviously had an amazing team of people around me supporting me through all of that. Obviously had, you know, the crowd support made a huge difference, and yeah, it was you know, playing at home is an advantage in all sports, and I obviously, you know, I used it that day. Novak had an off day, obviously, and yeah, just managed to get over the line. But yeah, I didn't really actually enjoy it as much as I should have done. I just found the whole thing like very, very stressful.
We found that last game very stressful because Novak is so difficult to put away, and as the championship points were coming and going and your dream just so close. I mean, what do you remember of that last game?
Well, I didn't remember when I got off the court. I didn't remember any of what had happened, but I have watched that game back a few times, and some of the stuff that he was coming up with on the match points was incredible. And if I'd lost that game, yeah, it would have been very hard for me to go on to win. But yeah, amazing last game, and my I guess with my tennis, it's always been, you know, a bit of a struggle. So it was. Yeah, that last game was always going to be difficult.
Oh, I'll never forget that day, and none of us will ever forget that day. And of course, 3 years later, you came back to win it again. This time, I think you enjoyed it even more.
Yeah, 2016 was different. Like, I felt way less pressure, and the enjoyment I got out of the win was totally different to 2013. I had an amazing evening that night with all my friends and family. Properly went out and enjoyed it with the people closest to me. And yeah, 2016 was. Yeah. Of the slams was my favorite one. Yeah.
We heard you were dancing as well, so that's good. Yeah.
I don't remember much of that night. I'd had a few drinks, and I did unfortunately vomit in the cab on the way home as well.
Oh well. Then that is a proper celebration then, absolutely. That's a proper celebration. Now, I know you're coming to the end of your career. You haven't decided exactly when. You've still got matches to be played here at Wimbledon. But next year at the championships here, do you think you would come back and watch matches? I can recommend the members stand, but I've got a feeling that somehow you might be a little bit more central in this place, and I can highly recommend this place. So would you come back?
Yeah, I'm not never going to come back here. Yeah, I'll definitely
Are you a good watcher?
Back. It depends who I'm watching. If I'm I hate watching my brother. You know, I find it really difficult to watch my brother play. But yeah, I love tennis. I watch it all the time. Yeah, I'd probably be more comfortable sitting up there in a coaching box than.
There we go.
Yeah, than somewhere else.
Watch this space. So what about, you did a little bit of commentary. You worked with Andy, Mac and Tim in the commentary box. Did you enjoy that experience? Would you go back in there?
I didn't. Not because of the not because of the people I did it with. It's just the match. It was an unbelievable match. I did Nadal Del Potro. It was like 4.5 hours, amazing tennis, but just a long time. The commentary box are tiny, and it was a long time. It was a long time to be in there. And yeah, I didn't enjoy it that much, to be honest with you. No.
Tim's still there, it's okay, and Mac. You mentioned your daughter's here to watch. You've got 4 kids, so now you're going to be full-time dad, you'll be taxi driver, you'll be helping them with the homework. What plans do you think they've got for you when you retire?
Well, they've been waking me and my wife up at 5 a.m. for the last 8 years, so they'll continue doing that. They were requesting piggybacks the day after my back surgery 10 days ago. But yeah, look, obviously, you know, they've been amazing. That's something that I really look forward to spending more time at home, yeah, around them.
I know how much you have said over the years how important your team is. It's very much a team effort. You've got your team in the box there, and I know I'm going to ask you to talk to them, but I mean, I know they've got work to do in just a moment, and you'll want them there bright and early tomorrow morning because there's still work to be done here at Wimbledon. But so many people who have helped you in your 20 years of playing here at Wimbledon, what message would you like to send to the teams that you've worked with here?
Yeah, look, I've had incredible support, and I think all the players that are here on the court know that you can't do this on your own. You need a team of people supporting you. The coaches, strength and conditioning team, physios, in recent years, surgeons, unfortunately, as well. But yeah, I've had some amazing people working with me over the years, and yeah, huge thanks to them for supporting me through this. The last few years have been, I think, it's been hard for me, but I think hard for them. Yeah, I think it's obviously been hard for all of us. The injuries have been, tough, quite significant injuries, and yeah, we've worked extremely hard just to be on the court competing. Probably not at the level that any of us wanted, but we tried.
Honestly, you've given more than 100% every time, honestly.
Thank you.
And also, I mean, I just want you to talk about your family too. I mean, no, I know, I'm sorry, Andy, but we have to do this. Your mum, Judy, your dad, Will, and your wife, Kim, I mean, they have supported you, encouraged you, and allowed you to follow your dreams in tennis.
Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I guess I speak on behalf of Jamie as well, but I mean, mum and dad have been, were amazing support when we were, still today, but when we were little, and allowing us to go and pursue our dreams. It was, Jamie left home to go to train when he was 12, then he moved over to Paris, and I left to go over to Spain, and I know now, having children, how, I don't like them being away for like, a day. So allowing us to go and train abroad and, pursue our dreams, we couldn't have done that without, obviously without their support. And thank you, Mum and Dad. And yeah, I better say something about my wife because I'll get in trouble. if I don't, but this is probably going to be the hard part. So yeah, we met the first time when we were 18 years old. Kim's dad is a tennis coach, and we met over in New York for the first time, went out for dinner there at the US Open. And I choked a little bit the first time we went out, and we walked her home to her hotel, and I asked her for her email address. I don't think that's a normal thing to do. And she came along to actually watch the first match she came to watch with me live was at the US Open, and I vomited twice in that match. Once right in front of where she was sitting. I then stood up and vomited on my opponent's racket bag. And she still seemed to like me, so I knew she was a keeper after that. But yeah, she's been an amazing support to me, to my whole family, is the best mum. And yeah, unfortunately, in a couple of months, she's going to have to see me every day. So things might be rocky for a little while, but hopefully we can stick it out together. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the rest of our lives. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know this might be tough, but this decision you've had to make, you've never wanted to make this decision to walk away from the sport you love. We see the passion, the drive, the love you have for the game. So just how difficult has it been over the last few weeks, months, maybe years, to finally make this decision where you have to say, that's it?
Yeah, look, it is hard because I would love to keep playing, but I can't. Physically, it's just it's too tough now. All of the injuries have, they've added up, and like I said, they haven't been insignificant. But yeah, I want to play forever. I love the sport. It's given me, it's given me so much. Taught me loads of lessons over the years that I can use in the rest of my life. But yeah, I don't want to stop, so it is hard.
Well, we don't want to see you leave either. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Andy. A huge round of applause, because this man has given us so much joy over the past 20 years to us and to the game of tennis. Thank you so much for everything. Andy Murray.
Well, his thoughts are to go over and say thank you to those who've come out to pay tribute. Says a lot about Andy Murray, and the fact that all these players, all these greats of past and present, have come out to be here on centre court. Says even more about Andy Murray, how popular he is. There we are.